There you go. It say live on Facebook. We on there now.
We are?
We're live.
We gotta be because
we're live.
Y'all. Hello, everyone. I cannot see myself, but my sisters told me we're live. So I'm just gonna say hello again. My name is Victoria L. The devil is a liar because they tried to act like we wasn't gonna get on here live, and we need to because we love the feedback. So Victoria L. and these are my sisters. Below me is Tanya. Next to me is Maggie, and we're missing our sister Cherie. So she's still here, y'all. You know her, you love her. Just make sure y'all stay safe, doing whatever you're doing. She's good, she's great, but she's not here today. But we're gonna keep talking. So what that means is that you guys need to tell us when you want to be guests. You can be a guest on the show. Well, we have to kind of vet you a little bit. We want you to be on the show. So thank you guys for looking. So what we're going to talk about is who's going to bring it in and tell me? I think it's Maggie.
So yes, hey family, it's great to be live with you all again. Today, I think we're going to start off talking about when you're not accepted by your significant other circle of friends or family, or when your family or friends don't accept your significant other. And as y'all are watching it, we are going to go from there because I know y'all are going to chime in, comment, have questions, and want to talk about your experience as well. So, Victoria, I think you might have had an experience in the past to bring us in.
I had most recent, I guess. Yeah, it would be the most recent. My other, his family was great. They were sweet to me. They loved me. But his mama, sometimes mothers and sons, they don't take my baby boy away. Don't take my baby boy. Oh, so I'm not first anymore. Maybe it's you, which I'm not trying to compete with nobody. You the mama. You're the mother. I'm not trying to be no mama anyway. I ain't trying to raise your son. I'm trying to grow with your son. But the mom didn't really like it. She didn't like it. She didn't like me. You know what I'm saying? She would cook or whatever. She could cook, by the way. But she was just very, she didn't like it. But she also had, I'm going to be very honest, she also had issues outside of me that were bigger than me. And as long as I looked at myself, I don't think it ruined our relationship. But I do know this. We probably would never work if we didn't live somewhere else. We had to live out the state. We couldn't live down the street from the mama. We can't, even if we got married, no. You got to live further away. His family was great to me. His kids were great to me. The baby mama, okay. The baby mama, they was cool, whatever. I ain't paying them, whatever. But the mama, she, we had some challenges. She liked me per se, but how about this? She liked me as much as she could like a person. How about that? Because if she like it, she like it. If she don't, depend on what day that may be. So you need to be careful who you date, because I'm telling you, sometimes the mothers can mess up the son's relationships. And I'm telling you, because I will leave, by the way. I had time. I don't have time. I was like, your mama gonna make you lonely. And we not your mama gonna make you lonely. That's what I know, because I'm not gonna be fighting with your mama. She's old enough to be my mama. And right. Then even him folding into my family, he was from a different side of the train tracks, if you will. So he, it's hard. It's hard. That's all I'm going to say for now. Anyone else want to speak on that?
I think family has a big influence. I think that's where we kind of going with it. But do you think, okay, let me ask you this, Victoria. Do you think if he would have stepped up and said something that, to kind of put his mom out of you guys' relationship, if that kind of makes sense? To where, because I feel like sometimes parents can feel like they have a say-so in our relationships.
They do feel that way.
Might not know what he's saying to her, but did he ever come and say anything negative that she might be saying about you, or was she always did this to you, or you know what I'm saying? Did she always come in and say what she had a problem with or what she didn't like, or were you hearing it from him?
Well, she was very vocal. She told me she had to tell him. She was a vocal lady, but I think the thing that I guess I'm sensitive. As big as my personality is, that's usually the people like that they're the most sensitive. I'm sensitive, so I think I could hear her saying stuff and saying, and I think I had to separate myself. It's not Victoria, it's just the position that I was in. Like, it's not, I don't think it was she didn't like me, but she didn't like the fact that I was kicking it with her son. There's some mamas are like that. That's why I said you're gonna be lonely. Your mama, that's gonna be your girlfriend.
Now, what he said about
it? The thing is, he was just like, my mama, you know how she is, and he would check her. He would check her sometimes, but that's his mother. So it's not, not disrespectfully, but I think he just is like, well, you're gonna have to deal with it. That's my mama. I'm like, what? Okay. I gotta deal with it. Well, no, I'm not. I'm not gonna deal with that. But see, I think his mom had some other issues that were bigger than me, him, everybody else. So I had to either accept it and stay with him or move on. So I was like, I love you, but your mama gonna get it. Chill out.
And I guess we know that you are no longer with him because you are still single and in the dating game. So we know what decision you made, right?
I'm bad.
Exactly. Tanya, you have any experience?
It don't be in the background, but yeah.
Say it again, Maggie.
Do you have any experience where the family didn't like you or the circle of friends didn't accept you?
Oh yeah. I mean, at first I did. And this was a while ago. My son's father's mom didn't like me at first. Like, wouldn't even come around and see my son. So, I mean, but he would still see his mom, but we still kind of did our thing. Like, we were still together. And I was just like, just don't bring that mess over here. I mean, and it is what it was. And then I think eventually, like, I don't think she really had a reason not to like me other than, we
you're likable.
Together. Yeah, right.
I was about to say, did she just not think, was she mad that she had a child?
Honestly, I don't know. I don't know. He never came and told me that she didn't like me. And she never told me. All I know is that, she didn't come around. She didn't really care for seeing her grandchild. And, that's when I was just like, okay, well, it is what it is. I still got to be a mom. I got to move forward with my life. And, we were still together. So it didn't affect us as much until like one time, I think he snapped on her and ended up expressing himself and was like, you ain't even met your grandchild. You know what I'm saying? This is my son. This is my flesh and blood. So he kind of snapped on her. He told me that. And then I saw that affected him. And then he ended up like taking our son around her, but I wasn't there. He like did this on his own at first. So I think, that's an issue that you got to resolve. Just like, I try not to bring, like, if my parents say something about certain people, I try not to bring my parents into a relationship. And I think we said this before on previous episodes, how all of our parents, they care for us. They always see us as their little girl. And I think that's how moms, can probably see their sons. Cause I know with me having a son, I'm thinking about it now, with him being in middle school, I'm like, you better not bring that now. Girl, around here. I mean, that's just how I am. So I can only imagine how moms feel when like I'm dating their son. So I'm just like, but I think it's up to us as grown adults what we want to tell our parents and what we allow them to know about our relationships. And I've always heard, what happens in this house, keep it in this house, and don't go running telling your mama every little bitty thing. I've always heard it from men about their relationship. So I would hope in a sense that they do the same. Unless it's like something detrimental or dangerous or things like that, you should let a family member know. But as far as like every little bitty thing that's going on in your relationships,
what happens in this house in between these four
Stay
walls.
in the house.
Keep your mouth
You need to
closed.
work it out right.
Keep
Exactly.
your mouth closed. And my family is very hands-on. That's why I say all the time, I be, skeptical about even letting them know who I'm dating. They be ready to invite them to family dinners.
That's too much.
They gonna ask me about so-and-so every time I talk to them on the phone. That's why I be like, in their eyes, my parents got to think I ain't dating nobody.
Right, staying there.
Oh,
But I don't know. I don't know if I've had that same issue. Honestly, I feel like if I think about my past, all of those mamas wanted me to marry their son.
I'm not to say why, because the mamas thought you was the savior for their son.
Those mamas loved, the mamas and the daddies loved me. But clearly, the mamas and the daddies loving me did not get me their son because their sons clearly didn't love me, right? So I was like, I'm not even trying to get super close to the next parents. I'm like, let's build a relationship first before your parents meet me. Let's get connected and then bring me around the family. Because Lord, when the parent, I feel like sometimes when the parents gravitate, sometimes it's a little crazy. It makes the male, I don't know why. I've just experienced that a few times. I don't even understand. So maybe somebody that's watching can help me understand. Like when your parents love your significant other, but for some reason you want to fall back when that starts to happen. Maybe, you know what? I just had an epiphany.
Come on.
Maybe because they weren't serious in the first place. And so then when the family started loving on the person, they was like, oh, this stuff got real. And they fell back. But who knows?
Very real.
But I do have a situation very close to me that I learned about where I always wondered why this certain person never came around. This person's significant other never came around. And I think it found out because one of their parents said something like the first or second time they met them, but that stopped them from coming around. I'm like, no, you have to be grown enough to say that hurt my feelings and have a conversation with that person, especially if y'all are going to work out long term. That's just how I feel. We are all grown. The parents are grown. We're grown. Have an adult conversation and say, that was very disrespectful, hurt my feelings. Just be real with it because you're going to be around these people forever if y'all still together. So anyway.
That's the goal.
You saying this happened to you? I got lost.
It happened to somebody very close to me, very close, where their significant other never came around. And I just found out recently why they don't come around. Because somebody's holding on to something that somebody said that hurt them. But that other person has no clue. That other person has no idea.
That's why communication is key.
Exactly.
Somebody needs to speak. We ain't 12, we ain't 10, we ain't in junior high. But I think that for me, that's hurtful when you don't feel like, oh dang, I love y'all. You don't love me. What's that about? I mean, no, but see, the family loved me. Oh, let me say this. The grandmother of the guy, she even said to me the first day I met her, she was like, oh, I love you so much. She was like this, y'all always be close, even if you're just gonna be friends. Wow.
Miss me with that.
Right, miss me with that. We ain't gonna be close. But also, do you see something I don't see? Do you see that he's keeping me we just gonna be friends and ain't gonna work? Clearly, she probably saw that.
Well, she might have been a couple before you where they had.
Right, because we already knew these other, okay, I'm gonna have to fold this into this next section since we on families. We're gonna talk about baby mamas for a second. Have y'all ever met a baby mother that was like, wait, what's up? Why you not? Have you been close to a baby mother? Has a baby mother disliked you? Have you disliked a baby mother? Have you made it seem like, okay, well, we're gonna make it work for the baby because we are mature in that way. We try to do those things. And since we are older and the older we get, not to say that there's no guys out there with no kids, there are some, but there's a lot with. So we have to prepare ourselves to say, hey, I might have to be around you and your baby mama. So does anyone want to answer that question? Like, are you cool with the baby mama? Are you like, no, you can have them back, sis.
I had it all, honey. It is what it is. I mean, my son daddy, he got plenty of children. So I was gonna throw that out there. And if you know who he is, if you know my personal life, you know, I mean, it ain't nothing to hide.
Nothing to hide,
I mean,
right?
if you know my son daddy, then you know he got plenty of children out there. A good 7, 8, 9, honey. 5 baby mamas.
Girl,
5 baby mamas. So I'm gonna throw that out there. And, okay, let's say, okay, so I knew his first baby mama. We didn't get and let me say this. I'm not gonna say we didn't get along. The stuff he told me about her made me not like her. So, and this was even before I even met her. I just knew like some of the stuff that she was doing that I heard from him. And of course, who am I gonna listen to? You know, I'm gonna listen to him. You know, I'm in love with him, stuff like that.
Correct.
Yeah. And so, and plus like the stuff I used to see with her kids that you know, used to go down. So again, we had 2 different values. So those were the things that made me not like her. But when I actually met her, it was like, first of all, no, it ain't like we was going blow to blow about the fight.
Yeah, right. No.
So it was just like, you know, you over there, we together for the kids' birthday party or something like that, Easter. I mean, just different things at church. And it was just like, okay, we doing what we doing for the kids. You know, we was, you know, cordial. And then later on down the line, I'll say like a couple of years, we just remained cordial. I mean, it's pretty much for the kids. Because then after the fact, you know, I wasn't even dealing with him anymore. So it wasn't like, you know, I went through the same mess you went through too, boo. And then when he moved on and I met the next one, it was like, okay. And the next one, we actually got along a lot better because just as far as value-wise and how she was raising her son and how I was raising mine was very similar. And we really wanted, you know, the kids to know each other, to get together. She was a lot more peaceful. We had like a like minds, I guess you could say. And so I got along with her very well. Like I could, you know, be like, I could call her phone and invite her over without having a middleman in a sense, if that makes sense. So we actually got along a lot better than I did the first one. And then the next baby mama, okay, let me throw that out there. So that was one baby later, another baby, another baby later. I would say, I don't even talk to her. You know, I don't even know these children. So that's why I said, honey, it's an array of them all. I done seen them all. But I will say this, to where one thing I will say, my son is going to know, you know, what his dad has told him as far as how many brothers and sisters he got. If he wants to get him and be involved in his life to the extent of what he wants the brothers and sisters involved in his life, I feel like since that should be up to him. By no means am I stopping him from doing that. If he wants to get him, if they want to go to a birthday party, I mean, things like that. I always open the invitation out to the dad, and I feel like it's up to him if he brings or opens it to the other siblings or baby mamas. Because like I said, I don't have no relationship with them. And that's not my job. My son knows who his brothers and sisters are. He knows about them, the ones that his dad tells him. But I don't have that relationship with the baby mothers to be like, oh, let's hang out. Oh, let's do this.
Let's go on a trip.
Right. No, man. No, I mean, that's just not me. I ain't trying to be fake. I mean, even now with other friendships, you know, I keep people at bay. It's different relationships. Co-workers have their own relationship. You know, people who I meet at church got their own relationship with them. You know, I don't tell them everything, just like I tell y'all. I mean, it's different levels of friendships. Relationships. Let's admit that right now. So no. But by no means, I know how to walk in the room and be cool and cordial and calm and collected with everybody, honey. Even if you don't like me. All right. That's just, honey, you're not finna steal this piece no more. Now, back in my younger days, big baggy, know too, girl.
Already know.
Ready to
What's up?
somebody. Okay, what is
up? What's up?
Ready to fight over these men? Not no more. No.
Well, I must say, I have not had the experience of ever meeting a baby mama or having to deal with one ever in my 35 years of living.
Soon to be 36.
Excuse me?
Soon to be 36.
But I did meet somebody's kids by accident. It was not intentional because I was not trying to meet anyone's kids. I feel like we have to be very serious and on a track till we know we're doing something before I don't want to meet your kids unless I know it's for real and we're doing something. So I never met the kid's mother, but she ended up dropping them off while I was over there. And I met the kids and I was like, oh, hey y'all. And they were little girls. And so I feel like girls can be a little bit harder, especially when that's their dad. And it's like, who is this chick? Who is this lady? And I'm like, all right, time for me to go. I gotta go. Nice being up here.
Why didn't you? So you didn't feel like you wanted to step into mama role?
No, I did not. No, and y'all know me. I'm very nurturing. Maggie loves the kids. Aunt Maggie, Mama Maggie, whoever. I love children, but I knew we were not in a place where I needed to be meeting your kids, and I knew that was probably just something for fun, dating, whatever. So I was like, nope, I need to exit stage left as quickly and as cordial and as, nice as possible. I needed to get out because that was not where I needed to be.
Well, bless you, Maggie, because I'm telling you, have I met any baby mamas? Oh, wow, I did once. But it was under my own. We was going somewhere, he was dropping the kids off, and I'm like, my personality, I'm like, oh, well, let me get out the car. I'm not gonna sit in the car while she just come by like I'm nobody. Like I'm just quiet in the car, like, no, excuse me, and open door. Hi, how are you? That's what we gonna do. I'm not gonna hide. I'm sure, and then afterwards, why you do that? What you mean why I do that? You already know why I did it. That's my personality. I'm gonna be around your kids, so why wouldn't I not meet the mother? But again, that goes back to if you're ready to date somebody with children.
I mean, it could be awkward. I would say it's awkward.
It was awkward for her, not for me. No, because I was just like, okay, hi, hey. Like I didn't have no problem. I already knew about her and I already knew what he said about her, which sometimes you have to take that with a grain of salt with the baby daddies. Because sometimes the baby daddies is hurt, they mad, they might be calling her every name in the book besides the child of God, which I wasn't going to call her that. I tried to give her a chance, But then I noticed his baby mama looks slick like me. And I came first. That's a whole nother story. It's a whole nother story. But whole nother story. But she looked like me. I was like, oh, that's his type.
People do have a type. People do have a type.
Right. So have you seen or met any of their exes? Boom. Or not even their exes, but maybe their new girlfriend, because they're clearly not with us anymore. We're single, waiting game 35. Waiting game 35. But have you met any of their new ones, their new news, and been like, wait, what?
I know one went from like me to like mixed girl to like white girl. And I was like, okay. And then another one, I was about to say, never mind, we'll leave that for another day. But, no, another one that she did look similar to me. I have seen somebody's ex that looked similar. I was like, okay.
You the type.
He got a type. Okay.
Did you say something to him? Well, did you ever say something to the girl? Like, were you ever in a situation and be like, hey, let me introduce myself real quick? Even though
it was no need. No.
But you just didn't see it. Did you saw her though? Okay.
Oh yeah, I saw her.
Have you ever met a new girlfriend, Maggie?
I'm saying,
I just told you I've seen someone, but he did not want us to be introduced. And he clearly, the way he played that off, and I was just like, all right, you scared? Because y'all know me. I'm gonna do like Victoria and be like, "Hi, how are you?
Yes.
Welcome. I'm glad to meet you." Like all day long, no issue.
I'll be scared. Yeah.
Right? Why would I? So maybe he was scared. Maybe he thought I was gonna say something out the way, but I'm not that type of chick.
But I feel like they have that in them a little bit. The guys don't want the two women to meet, depending on, you know, how they left that situation, or maybe they trying to start something new and they like, I'm a new guy, I'm a new man, which, you know, it just hasn't been revealed. It's cool.
Hey, Michelle. Hey, Shauna. Hey, Billy.
Hey, I think Corey.
Hey, Paloma. Did we say hey to Paloma?
No, we said last time. Hey, Paloma. Hey, Corey. My line sister Yabo. Hey. Ash, our sister. Hello.
Hey,
so y'all, what are some of y'all experiences with we were talking about baby mama, baby daddy meeting?
And you know you got them.
Those people.
Don't play with us.
We're also talking about what if the family did not like you, right? Or what if your family didn't like them, or their family did not like you? And did y'all still stay with them? Hey, Jeremy.
Jeremy, you know you got something to say.
Hello.
See, now everybody y'all mute mouth. Last time they was like, all this talking. Now everybody's all mute mouth because maybe we hit a nerve. The baby
mama. It's a lot of experiences out there when it comes to baby daddies too.
Even, you know, for men, you know, when you have to meet a baby daddy, how does that make you feel? Like when somebody, especially when they're not your child, and then they see their daddy and they're like, "Oh, daddy," and they looking at you like, how does that make you feel with the band and with the man? Like, do you bond with the guy? Have you ever bonded? Did you go to blows? Did you fight? You know? That's what I want to know, because some of these people who are watching,
girl, it's awkward though, because I'm somewhere with my man, with my new man, and I see an ex in the building. I'm gonna be like,
that's how I be. Me too.
I definitely ain't introducing, you know, and I'm just gonna act like I don't even know him. I mean, because what's the, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, Maggie, what's the point? What you supposed to introduce and speak and say hello? No.
So y'all know Atlanta, it can be small.
It's very small.
As big as it is, it can be small. And I really have never ran into like random people I've dated out except for this one time. Right. I was at the grocery store shopping, y'all. Shout out to the Cab Farmers Market. I was at the farmer's market and I noticed the guy that I used to date. We were never in a relationship, but we dated for a few months. I noticed him and he was walking with another female or whatever. And I was like, oh, it's good to see him, right? I know he saw me because he's like a lot taller and the girl was really short. He saw you. So I'm a tall girl. So you saw me. So then I come and then I walked toward, like, I was walking towards where they were because I needed to get out the store or whatever. So then he did one of these, right? I told you the girl is much shorter than him. He did one of these, like he went. So she would not know, but he wanted to acknowledge my presence, that he saw me. It's no need to introduce. I got you, Slick. What's up? You know what I'm saying?
Get that little head.
You know.
You better than me. You better than me, baby. I'm telling you. I'd be like this. Oh, so you gonna act like you don't want to talk to me?
No, honey, it was no need for me to talk to him.
Don't, girl, don't.
I want you to know that I want everyone to know, don't play with me. You saw me. You saw me. We made eyes. Don't play with me. We actually ain't even that kind of part. But see, you take it to another level when you see me and you act like you don't see me. Like
girl,
you died and
stuff. Keep going, Vicky. Let me tell you.
I'm keep going. I just want you to know.
But you want your new man to be in the farmer's market.
No.
And then some random girl roll up. Because guess what the first thing you gonna say?
Who is that?
Thank you. That's what I'm saying. Don't do it. That's the first thing we gonna say. We're gonna be like, who was that?
And I'll gladly tell them who I am.
You're nobody in that man's life any longer.
Well,
so you are irrelevant.
Any longer.
You are irrelevant.
Hello, ma'am, I let you in. Okay?
So Billy said, I've managed to keep my son's mother away from most of my family.
I know who Billy is.
We're good though, so I don't mind changing that now. So that was a transition. It sounds like y'all weren't so good in the beginning, but now y'all grown, matured. And now you're willing to be like, yes, come be around the family. It's gonna be okay. Kumbaya. And Jeremy, what you say? You done dealt with a lot of ish. He ready.
I mean, Maggie and Vicky, for real, you gotta have boundaries. I mean,
You
straight
do.
up with
You do.
children, and even with the ex, whether you were married, not married, with other women, you got to have boundaries. And I think to a point, you don't, whether the relationship is good or not with the opposite parent, um, you just don't want no drama if it ain't got to be no drama.
That's
You know
true.
what I'm saying? Unless your new
That's
person
true.
is somebody like I can see if you about to marry them, then I would be like, okay, it's time to meet the parent of the child. But if I mean, I can care less about meeting the ex-wife, the ex of your children. I could care less. I mean,
You don't
that's
want to meet the mother of the children? If let's say that you do go there to that level. I mean, this is all hypothetical.
if we
If you
just
marry,
dating. If we're just
no,
dating, no.
okay, but if you getting serious, you would.
If he asked me to marry him,
Absolutely.
no. Still, it's
Still
But if those children are going to be around you, don't you want to know? Like, if I was the mother of those kids and you were marrying my ex-husband or baby daddy or whoever, I would want to know that woman that they were going to be around all the time. Like, I want to know who my kids
now,
are.
that's on the mama. That's on the mama. That's not on me though. Not if
So you're saying that you wouldn't approach, but you would be okay if she approached you. Is that what you're saying?
right. I would be okay. I would be okay with that.
Well, we know you
But I
don't
would
approach
not
anyway.
try to initiate-
Women or men.
Right. I would
we
not
know you
try
don't
to initiate. I would not try to initiate and be like, I gotta meet your children's mama. I would not be like that. Cause you know, if they
you
already
wouldn't want to go.
cut boundaries about what they do at the household that we're about to have together and his responsibilities and values, and if he's taking care of that business, what I need to meet her for.
Well, you know what? I dated a guy who
Come on.
his baby mama, right? Never met her, but me and this guy have been tight since I was like 21. And so we dated, and his baby mom had a child before they had a child together. So his child with her was her second. And then she ended up getting married and having a third. And so she's a great mother, right? Raised the boys. But when she got married, he was like, yo, we had a heart-to-heart, man-to-man conversation of, my son is in your house, right? You're going to raise him. We don't even live in the same state. So I got to respect your rules and boundaries that you set forth for my son in your household. However, you know, if you really ever need me to step in and discipline him, I will, whenever you send him to me. But I'm going to respect the rules that you set forth man to man in your house because my son is there most of the time. And I was like, that's a real grown man conversation to have. Respect that household because that man is with your son more than you are. And I was like, that's real.
You just, as long as you're on the same page about what you're doing for the children, I think, you know, if you're in a long-term relationship like that. But if we just dating, no, I'm not here for it. I really don't need to meet the mom. Now, if she wants to meet me, honestly, even then, I'm sitting here like, what she need to meet me for? Unless only, and I'm sitting here only if he's serious. I mean, only if he's serious.
So that's the thing. I think we keep going back to if we're serious. Like I said, when I met those two little girls, and I was like, it's time for me to exit. Like, I got to get out immediately. Because I knew we weren't serious. Like, I do not need to get attached to your kids, and your kids do not need to get attached to me.
Exactly.
So I guess that can kind of even roll Victoria to the next topic of how do you know when you're getting serious? What does getting serious look like? What does that transition even?
That's a good one.
I don't know.
And that, you know what? That sounds like we need men's perspectives because I know I would want to know, even though, you know, because I can have in my mind when I'm serious about somebody, but I don't want to be the only one serious and you're over here playing around in these streets. That's not what we're doing. Mm-hmm. So, and we're at that age. We at that age, y'all. We're not kids. We're not kids. Even though, you know what I'm saying, we laugh, we joke, ha ha ha, kiki, we do some, you know, whatever, ratchet stuff, whatever. We do those things. And plus, I think it's because we've been friends for so long, we just act young. Mm-hmm. This is what we do. And I think it's being laughing all the time, playing with folks, jumping on folks, whatever. That's cool. But we definitely have to be intentional about being serious. And the men out there who are looking, hear us. Intentional.
Right.
Intentional.
And I
Being
think that
intentional. Y'all know I got a song for everything.
my level of seriousness
You
too
do.
Maggie, goes off on like have you had serious conversations?
But what if he just has good conversation and it bleeds over to serious? You know what I mean?
Well, then it's supposed to flow organically. It's supposed
True
to.
that. It's not supposed to be timeline.
It's no timeline. I can't say like after 5 months you should know if you want to be. I mean, some people don't know. Some people take a longer time to process. Some people take
When you're
they
looking
do.
to combine
I think somebody
households.
knows if they like you upon meeting you. I definitely think that.
Well, that's because they might just like what they see. We try to go deeper.
So as you get to know somebody, like, have you put yourself in a position where you've seen them mad before? Have you put yourself in a position where you've been around their friends? Have you put them in a position where you've seen how they handle their money if they're in a tight? Have you been in a position where, I mean, just like different things that you experience when dating somebody? I think that's what organically, quote unquote, leads it to making it more serious. Like if they were in an accident or something happens, who they calling? Do you know about it? Or do you hear from the grapevine? I mean, I don't know.
I don't know. We want to ask, y'all think about that topic, right? Think about the times when you've been serious and, next time we go live, let's discuss it, right? Let's discuss, have some comments in the chat and talk about those experiences. So how we can learn from your experiences to say, this is how you know when somebody's real or getting serious. And I know some of y'all watching are married. I know some of y'all been divorced. I know some of y'all, whatever, right?
Right.
So.
When did you know you was getting serious? Yep. How long was it? How long did it take before you knew? Okay.
Because this whole, we got to be kicking it for 7, 8, 10 months. Okay. We can date.
Exactly.
We can date, sure. We can date, but just so you know, 10 months, just see how that makes people feel. Like having somebody around and then people you don't automatically, but some people just be like, oh, okay, well, we're good with what we have. All right, sometimes that works too. But I know for me, I haven't been in that situation where it's been long periods of time and I was serious and he was too. So I can't speak on that really, but I just know hypothetically.
Women and men who've been in long, serious relationships, would you do it again? Are you still in that relationship, or did you break up? And would you wait that long again? Is the question.
Look, Corey over here said you're looking to combine households. How long is too long? I think all of that is going to be talked about in that next go live. When we go live on Facebook, we will definitely let you know. Victoria L.
Okay, yes, we're gonna do that. It was amazing because I love hearing men's perspectives. I do. I mean, not to say no disrespect to women. I'm cool. I'm a woman, so I get woman, all that. But I'm just saying that I love when men talk about relationships because sometimes we don't get to sit at the same table and just hear each other out. So Corey, thank you for these comments, and you better tune in next time. Okay, it'll be next week. Don't worry. Oh. We got something special for you guys on the next show. Maggie, would you like to tell us who these people are?
Yes. So, you never know who's watching you. I think maybe Cherie might have said it on the last show. Somebody is always watching you. And I have a couple. It's my cousin and his wife. They've been married 25 plus years. And I have always admired their love, their story, just their journey. And I'm like, that's just beautiful Black love, raw and unadulterated, that I admire and aspire to be one day. And we just want to hear, right? This is the Waiting Game Chapter 35. We're here to learn, not just for you guys to hear our experiences and hear from you guys, but we want to hear from people that have made it to that goal. How did they get there? How did they remain successful? What are some of those battles that they've won together, right? Some of those experiences. So we will have a great couple on the show with us next time. So look forward to that.
Yes, it's going to be exciting, y'all, because look, when people say you want to do better in life, you hang around people with that same mentality.
Right.
So you want to hang around, shout out to Tanya, because she hangs around women who are married at her job, right? So you hang around people who you think you want to be like one day, you know, and just vibe and see. And she sees that she's not as different as they are. It's alike, but just seeing them together is beautiful. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for coming. Hopefully our sister Cherie will be back. She will be. She's good, y'all. Don't worry about it. She's good. But, you know, just hopefully she'll be back. She knows she got a little baby. So we worried about, you know, little Maya. We make sure she okay too. So everybody, thank you so much. Anybody got anything else to say before we get up out of here?
I just want to say thank you all for commenting and coming in. We see you, Billy. We see you, Niall Williams. We see you, Tasha Freeman. We see all of y'all. So thank you all so much. All of that still goes back a lot to that Cathedral connection. We will forever be connected.
Yes, forever. And the man or whoever you deal with got to understand that they don't get jealous because of that, okay? Because we're cool. We're family. Like, don't get mad because I'm like, hey, I don't know you since we were 5, and you looking like, who is this girl? Because that happened to me and Maggie before. But anyway, we're gonna move on with that. Anything else you got to say, Tanya? You good?
Good. I'm good. Look forward to seeing y'all next time again. Thank y'all for coming.
Yes, and keep the comments coming. We're going to take record of all the comments, and please believe we're gonna share it out. So don't forget to follow us on Twitter. Don't forget to follow us on YouTube. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook. The Waiting Game, chapter 35. Soon to be, everybody be 36, but it came together at 35, so the name will not change. Thank you guys. Be safe, and we will see you guys later.
Good night.
Good night. Oh yeah, because almost Friday. Bye, y'all. Say bye. Okay, and we done.
Still on.